Hello, everybody. So, my lovely audience, as you can see, we are going to be doing Dekuverse Part 2. And yes, this is an interesting one. It is. We already have someone that's pretty much powerful enough to do this stuff. Anyways, I'm going to do this because Dekuverse Part 3 is going to be the ending of Dekuverse, kind of. Well, there's going to be a Dekuverse Part 4, but you'll see. Anyways, I'm getting you all ready for the most ultimate, badass, amazing shit, alright? A lot of people are gonna die, alright? A lot of people. So, what's gonna happen is that everyone is gonna be your Thief Deku, Grievous Deku, Overpowered Deku. We know about this Deku there. We know about him. We're adding him in there. Reincarnation, every single bloody Deku is gonna be here. And you know it because you know it, alright? Basically, the only Dekus that aren't going to be here is Metal Gear Solid 1 because I can't do that one. I can't. I'm quitting that one, actually. I'm putting that one on hold, alright? I got some other Deku ideas that are going to be great. Someone recommended it. I'm going to be doing that one sometime after this video. But I'm going to be doing it because I'm going to be doing something awesome. I got some research to do after this one, so you guys are going to get to love this story. Anyway, let's get down to the awesome part of this fight. So, what we got in the fighting is basically Jedi Deku. We got also, Batman Deku, Crytek Deku, Dr. Fate Deku, Cold Deku, Freeze Deku, and Titan Deku. We got them all. And some new faces, but yeah. Anyways, basically, you know what it is. Now I'm going to tell you what's going on. So, Jedi Deku, what he's been doing, ever since he got back, he kind of has been meditating and getting ready. And that was like for 5 days. And for everybody else, this has been like forever. Time distortion. Get it? Awesome. Alright. So, let's get to it. Who's going to be fighting who is simple. It's going to be a free-for-all. I'm having a free-for-all again. Superhero, you ever seen Superhero Brawl? Or Bowl? Or something? Yeah, Superhero Bowl? That's basically it. Anywho, this is what's going to happen. We got some Jedi and Jedi action going on. Obviously, you know who I'm talking about. And we got, obviously, some good fighting going on. So, Deku and Batman, they're going to be fighting it out. And it's going to be badass. Thief Deku, what's he doing? He's hiding in the shadows, is what he's doing. Limitless Deku, he gets killed. You're probably wondering, how can he get killed? But it's simple. Thief Deku shot him. Well, I wouldn't say Thief Deku did it. I would say Watchdogs. No. Freeze Deku and Cold Deku. Captain Cold Deku. They remember everything. And once they enter this, they remember everything. And I'd say that, Reincarnation Deku, he's ready for this. He's prepared. I would say that seeing how he has no weapons at the moment, he is given weapons. Weapons of his choosing, and what he gets is that Kensei Longsword. Actually, no, he gets his Armusha swords, and what does he do? Simple. He cuts people up. Now, Crytek Deku, you're probably wondering, how is he going to get taken down? Simple. OP Deku, the one with the Titan, comes in. He drops in a Titan. And this is where mostly everyone dies, okay? Basically, because Fate was caught off guard, because I have to, he was ingested with a type of dangerous, chemical plague that infected him. And, oh boy, this is fun. I can't remember what this was the Origami Deku. Oh, yes. So, seeing how there's like a big shadow thanks to the Titan, actually, I'm going to say that Dr. Fate Deku got eaten by a shadow thanks to Origami Deku. Now, Batman Deku, he's fighting his all with Wildcat Deku. They're fighting each other. Wildcat Deku's taking a huge beating, alright? He's getting cut, scraped, slashed. But none of it's really affecting his new armor, which is Kevlar, if you haven't seen it already. And he is fighting with everything he's got. And who saves him? Simple. Red Hood Deku. Well, I'm joking, no. Who saves him is no one. He beats, I would say he beats Batman Deku. It's a pretty much a stalemate here. They're just beating each other. And who's fighting Crytek Deku? Wow, that's Red Hood Deku. He shoots him with a concussive bullet, blasting him back and into the Titan Deku. Actually, no, into Grievous Deku, who stabs into his back and then cuts his head off. I'm joking. He doesn't. Actually, he does get hit by him, but they're still they're fighting each other too much that they really can't do anything to each other. Grievous Deku is throwing him around, and Crytek Deku is just staying alive. By the end of it, the only people that die were Fate Deku, Chem Cold Deku, basically the Cold Dekus, Freeze and Chem Cold Deku. And I would say that Terminator Deku, where's he? Oh, it is simple, my friend. Terminator Deku, he's just hanging out with Thief Deku. Thief Deku and Terminator Deku, Terminator Deku knows all this now. Actually, I wouldn't say he's hanging out with Terminator Deku. I would say he's hanging out with Reincarnation Deku. Because Reincarnation Deku, he doesn't believe in fighting someone who he does not know. So fighting Deku, like a Deku he does not know, he learns about the person and finds out that he's a machine. So he does not fight him because he knows he would be defeated. So they are at a mutual understanding of not fighting. So what happens with Doom Guy Deku? Well, Doom Guy Deku and Crytek Deku fight each other, but basically they die. Well, Doom Guy Deku dies, gets impaled by a lot of people. Watchdogs Deku, he's trying to hack Crytek Deku's systems, and he's also trying to hack into Grievous, thinking it's a robot that was sent here, but it doesn't work. But he does hack the Titan, which ejects that Deku out. And what that Deku does next is he does something beautiful. Makes a jetpack. Yeah. And he flies around shooting a bunch of machine guns, full-on Gatling guns. You ever seen Kick-Ass? You remember that scene where he had the machine guns? Basically that is what he has. Or was it a bazooka? Either way, he had something overpowered. I think it was machine guns, because that makes sense. Yeah, that's kind of what he has. And he's destroying people. And I would say Thief Deku finds Plague Deku. They don't fight each other at all, actually, because both of them can see from one another that they've had hardships. Now, Origami Deku, what's he doing? He is, fighting Fate Deku, who uses light to try and escape. Because remember, it's a god under there. But what does Origami Deku do? He uses all the shadows around him. He is inside of a shadow and uses all of them around him, kind of revealing every other Deku's location, and quickly kills Fate Deku. Yeah, kills him, using nothing but shadows. I don't remember Quantum Break 1. I think he died, but if he didn't, he's dead now, because so much of the explosions and stuff. So what happens with, I think, that Deku died. So yeah, basically the only casualties was Doom Guy Deku, Fate Deku, and no one really knew, really. I'm just gonna say it, no one really knew who died. So, Fate Deku, Limitless Deku, Doom Guy Deku, they're dead. Now, what ends up happening is this. Your passing is great. It's good to see new dimensions. Basically, this is what the person that brought them here sounds like, alright? It's good to see that new dimensions are being formed with stronger Dekus. And with that laugh, that weird laugh, he sends them all back. And only a few remember everything. Reincarnation Deku remembers it because he's lived a lot of lives that he knows how to remember, and it's a part of his ability too, kind of thing. It's always about remembering who he was. And what ends up happening is that Deku, he just does that. He just basically gets to remember because he's a knowledgeable person, and Jedi Deku still will remember it. And yeah, everybody's mainly still alive. Grievous Deku, now, here's the thing, Grievous Deku, I'm actually going to have to say this. He is going to be, we can only move forward with him from, the point of view I left it at. So we can only continue from there. Anywho, next you're going to be seeing Dread Deku. But I gotta do some research before that. So, have a good day, good night, peace out.